Hey, what's up? And welcome back to Girl Chat Sports. It's Mel and
Yes.
Mo.
Yes.
Man, I feel like there's been so much to go over this week. It's been a lot. WNBA season has officially kicked off, and I'm excited. The games have been great.
The game's
Tomorrow,
been good.
the NFL schedules, the full schedules for the 2022 season will be released. 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So we'll get to know who, what, when, and where exactly. I get to plan. Here's the I thought someone caught me on this because obviously the Tampa and the Seattle games in Frankfurt or in Germany this year.
Right.
That was the game I was planning to go to. Was in
Right.
Tampa.
I remember that. So now you
And I
gotta
didn't
have
even
to get your
realize
passport
that.
stamp and go to
No,
Frankfurt.
I'm not. Listen, with whatever's happening in Europe and Russia and everywhere else, I ain't getting
You're not
stuck.
messing with Germany.
I'm not messing with
You're
Germany.
not messing with Germany.
Mm-mm.
Germany's off the list, huh?
No. But I'm thinking
if it was a London game, would you go to the London game? If it was a London game or Mexico
I'd probably
City?
do London or Mexico City. Yeah, that would be good. That would be fun.
God, I
A
was
little
hoping the Raiders would
dangerous
have a
maybe in
Mexico
Mexico
City
City, but I think it would be doable.
Yeah, I was hoping the Raiders would have a Mexico City game. Like, yes, let's do an international. But nope. The one time, because we have a new stadium, they want to keep us here. Okay.
Of course they do.
But I can't wait to see the schedule, though.
Yeah,
I'm very curious to see how that is.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that looks.
I'm very curious. Since we talked about it real quick, they already announced a couple games. So the Broncos and Russell Wilson are going to face off with the Rams in LA on Christmas Day. Also, I didn't realize this. The Broncos are up for sale, the franchises.
Oh, yeah.
And they're estimated to possibly get more than $5 billion, which the last professional sports team that sold the highest was the Nets. And it was for $2.35 billion.
Yeah.
And of course, we're talking about winning time, but didn't he bought the Lakers for like what, $1 million? Dr.
Who,
Bus?
Magic investing?
No, Bus. When he bought the Lakers, it was like $1 million.
It was like the Sears Tower trade and selling off different assets, $1 million, and then he had to buy the full. Well, he bought the building, which was great.
Right.
Like he had to buy the building, so that was cool.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, let's get into some hot topics because again, like I said, the full schedule will be released. But we've got to talk about this. I know we've already side chatted a little bit, but we all know by now that Tom Brady had basically agreed to a deal to join Fox Sports where he'd be a lead NFL analyst, basically whenever his career ends, for 10 years and $375 million.
And he got like $315 million from the league already. No, I'm not laughing. I mean, I'm just saying, like, he got $315 million from the league. But who doesn't want to see Tom Brady be an analyst, though, is my question. I don't even like the guy, and I'm curious about it.
I'm very curious.
First of all, he's good looking on camera. You know what I mean? Right. First of all, he's a good looking guy. I'm not even going to front. He's a good looking guy. And he knows the game. He knows the new game of football and the old game. He's a combination of both.
Very
he
much
can speak to it. You know what I mean?
Well, not only that, but okay, so
So what's the counter of this whole thing? What's the upheaval?
Well, of
because
course,
he's getting the 375.
The upheaval is that that's my only issue is that he's got a contract for 10 years. Like there's not many people in the journalism or in anchoring or analysis that are getting contracts of 10 years. This is like a baseball contract. You're getting paid baseball player money right now for this. The other issues that I've seen on social media, of course, is that he's not a journalist. He didn't go to school to be a journalist. Okay. That there's many hardworking journalists out there that would love to have that opportunity.
I get that.
My thing is, it's also kind of like the evolution of a person playing football. Okay, you went to school and played football. You went to college and played football. Now you're graduating. You have the opportunity to play in the NFL, but you don't get picked because there's so many people out there that have done this. And are good at it.
Is he not the GOAT, though, of football? Is he not the greatest of all time? I mean, they act like they're throwing money at okie doke. Is he
Well,
not
and
the
it's
greatest at
also
football?
the work
Is he not the
ethic.
greatest
This
at football?
guy was a what, fourth, fifth round pick and has made his career and had what is it, 7 rings now that Natalie always wants to throw in my face. He got 7
Yeah.
rings and he's still out there playing with these kids. He's basically playing with kids.
But is he not the greatest of all time? That's I mean, is he not the greatest?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
what is there to discuss?
And
It's not like they're throwing money at.
what else sells but a person of his caliber? Fox Sports is going to go up in value. The rest of the people in their sports,
they're all going to eat. They're all going to eat. Advertisers are going to spend big dollars on the segments. Everybody, it's going to be a trickle down effect off the profit of advertising, viewership, all of that. And I'm not to mention you got the TB12 cult out there, viewership of all of that.
Oh,
he has his podcast. He has, you know what I mean? So it is what
and look
it is.
at how the TB12 brand took off too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like just everything is, and the thing is that no matter how much you despise it, let's say all the Patriots fans, anyone else that hates Tom Brady,
they're still going to tune in and see what this guy. They're still going to see what this guy has to say.
And I will say this: people are like, "Oh, well, he's not great on camera. He doesn't say too much." You don't think all his money is going to be able to pay the people that helped train him to do the role?
I'm sorry, when Belichick was on the field and Tom Brady was standing next to him, they'd skip over Belichick to talk to Tom. Like, forget the coach. Oh, Tom's on the field. Let's get some words from him. Everybody is wanting to hear what this man has to say. Everybody. And granted, yes, he has a podcast. He has already spoken into the space and the framework of media, okay? Because he has a podcast that he speaks on. So he's already getting kind of honed in on what it's like to be on radio and what to be on media. I mean, rappers didn't go to school for acting, did they? Street artists didn't go to art school, and some of them are famous street artists out there.
Bill Gates dropped out of school, out of high
school. I understand where the journalists are coming from, but this has been a trend and this has been a thing. You've got celebrity NBA players that are actually giving analysis, and some of them make me feel weird and uncomfortable. And some of them I prefer not to be on there. And I'd rather hear a journalist with their knowledge and expertise.
Right.
But the journalism
and here's the deal: I was the
everything.
biggest Tony Romo hater in life.
Yeah.
I enjoy his commentary on NFL games. I like his perspective. I don't know what it is. Call me crazy, but I never liked Tony Romo, but now he's in the booth and I enjoy that. So it's only
I don't have a problem when Big Papi's talking MLB. I don't have a problem when it's Aaron Hernandez talking. I mean,
Alex Rodriguez.
I'm sorry, not Aaron Hernandez. God rest in peace. Alex Rodriguez talking analytics on sports, or when it's Ken Griffey or Bobby Bonilla or any of those guys that get up there and try to say something because they're familiar with the game. And if they have the presence, they can do it. I mean, Chuck is Chuck for comedy and laughs, but he knows the game. I mean, it sells. We're in a space now where social media prevails. Everything is now, the framework is not such a structured thing in the form of journalism. It's podcasting. It's open talk, it's dialogue, it's celebrity. Everybody likes celebrity influence. Celebrity sells. You want a celebrity. That's what gets you views. That's what gets you influence. That's what gets you paid. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Sorry, this is just where this narrative has shifted, and rightfully so. $375. If that's what Fox wants to give him, give it to him, because everybody, I promise you, will probably eat. Production sets on other shows will probably start looking a lot better. It'll be a trickle down effect. More commentators and stuff probably could get the pay raise that they deserve off of the back of Tom Brady making a profit for the network. I mean, I don't know. Call me crazy, but
you're not crazy.
If I worked for Fox, I'd be like, okay, we all eating now. We on a cover. We get the lottery ticket. You know how much viewership that's going to bring and how much money that's going to be for all us?
Yes.
Right. Jeez. I'm not going to talk ill of that. Put us on Fox. We'll be okay.
What's up, Mo? Our DC team.
Yeah, we'll be on Fox Radio. I don't have a problem.
Hello, and he'll be on your shows, and he'll be making the circle and making
okay. Let's move on along.
I just seen like a lot of energy into this that I think could have been used in other things. Like, where was all these journalists being mad at ESPN for how they treat women? Where's all these journalists for dealing with, the repercussions of what women are dealing with in journalism or in, those settings? But I've seen way more in regards to Tom Brady getting paid money. I mean, he's He's a vet. He's a legend. He's a GOAT. Like, why
He's the
wouldn't you
GOAT.
give him that?
It's like saying, okay, we're gonna put MJ. If MJ were to speak and say MJ decided, okay, I think I want to be a color analyst, or I think I want to go on the TNT with the four. What do you mountains, oceans, everything else is gonna move out of the way. The Red Sea will
Everything.
literally
I
part.
mean, you saw how
on.
how viral that post or that picture of MJ and Tom Brady at the Kentucky Derby, or it was a meeting up together. When how
Yes.
that was intense. Like just the one picture, just the one video of them two hugging hands and shaking. What happens with ticket sales? If you know there's gonna be tickets that are gonna be sold just so they can get a chance to see him, whether it be down the field, in the box.
Bump all that. Even when he did the TikTok bib off of Bieber confessing about the tuck rule with the Raiders. I mean, that circulated like crazy. Within minutes, within seconds, it got over 1 million views. Like, come on.
He is viral. It's Tom.
He's viral.
Brady.
It's Tom freaking Brady.
Oh
Tom
my gosh.
Patrick Edward Brady, or whatever his initials. That is who it is. It is TB12. This ain't Baker Mayfield because he's not playing with the Browns. Oh, we're gonna make him an analyst and pay. Now I understand people being upset and tight. Okay, he doesn't have a job and he needs something, and they were to throw him a bag like that'd be insane. I get it.
Right. Tim
But you
Tebow
cannot
again,
judge
that kind
this
of money
man
for the
off
college
of
football network,
short
so.
blips of interviews, and the man does a podcast and does other stuff. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's just, oh dear, Tom. So
Tom
we have that to
Aloysius
look forward
Brady.
to. We have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
When he calls it quits, if and when might not even be after this season. It could be in 2-3 more seasons. Who knows?
All
The
I know
Tom
is
Brady
Giselle
bar.
don't want him at that house, and the kids don't want
Listen,
him at the house.
they're like,
So
we're
he's got to
done.
figure
Thanks,
out and
Dad.
do
Go back.
something. The kids are probably like, dude, you're calling plays and heads and tails at the breakfast table. We're not out here running routes. Like, you've got stuff to do.
They're probably like,
you're
Dad, I
out
don't want to
here.
play. I don't want to play. I don't want to play catch no more. No, I'm
Yeah,
done.
I don't want to play
Stop.
catch. I don't want to do none of that. Yeah.
I can only imagine. So another hot topic for today, Nike has filed suit against StockX for claiming that some people at Nike had ordered 4 orders within a couple months' time from StockX. All 4 of these shoes were determined to be fake. So
I wonder what they found on the fakeness of them. I mean, what determines them to be fake? I mean, I could probably spot a fake Jay, but
I'm
really
curious to know as well, right? But you don't know. I mean, it's so hard, I think, to tell these days because there are such great fakes out there. I just don't know what exactly transpired. Maybe they're realizing that StockX is getting a lot of the money that they should have. But if they were just to release more shoes, maybe there wouldn't be this issue.
Not even that. Even if they fight these bots, we might have access to the shoes of the exclusivity.
Yeah, maybe there wouldn't be a resale market if there wasn't no bots.
Put the energy into those bots. File lawsuits on people that's doing the bot thing.
They won't do that, of course not. So StockX responded to the lawsuit today and said, we take customer protection extremely seriously. We've invested millions to the fight to fight the proliferation of counterfeit products that virtually every global marketplace faces today. Nike's latest filing is not only baseless, but also is curious, given that their own brand protection team has communicated confidence in our authentication program, and that the hundreds of Nike employees, including current senior executives, use StockX to buy and sell products. That's the other thing. Nike people that are getting free Nikes, they're using that to sell their own stuff, and they're making money. That's what I think people aren't realizing. The players, the whomever getting the free Jordans, the free whatever,
they're also they give it to their friends, and their friends sell them.
Of course. So the latest tactic amounts to nothing more than a panicked and desperate attempt to resuscitate. I cannot read that. It's losing legal case against our innovative Vault NFT program that revolutionizes the way that consumers can buy, store, and sell collectibles safely, efficiently, and sustainably. Nike's challenge has no merit and clearly demonstrates their lack of understanding of modern marketplace.
Whatever, they try to shut that thing down, and this is not the first time that people have claimed that StockX has had fake shoes on there. I'm sure fake shoes.
Something's got, maybe not everybody is trained in the eye and can see what's happening, or maybe catch it and it doesn't get a flaw or something. But I feel like those 4, but how many shoes do they actually resell in that 2 months period where 4 came up fake?
I mean, I knew something was up when those Reds drops sold out, and then they put them on StockX, and they were still like $250 or $259 on the resale. Like I was like, okay, well, that's telling me a couple
And
things
they
about
dropped
those.
twice. They dropped those twice
Yeah,
too.
it's telling me a couple things. They didn't do well, or something's going on, or they're fake, or something. But StockX is not just sneakers. It's also apparel. It's also bags. It's also jewelry. It's also PlayStation. It's also Xbox. They sell a whole bunch of things on that thing. So for Nike to come after them, if you want to shut them down, make a mass production of the sneakers. Ain't nobody tripping. I don't
And are you
mind
also
seeing
getting
my
mad at
neighbor with the
eBay
same
because of
Travis Scotts I have on. I'm not
right?
tripping off of that.
I just
I'm
want
more
them
concerned
myself.
of
I
how you
don't
put
care
it
who else has
together.
them. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, are you going after eBay? Because now eBay does that too, where they're authenticating sneakers. And if you're selling sneakers online, they will
I
authenticate
mean,
them.
Goat
I
App's
know.
been doing it. I rock with Goat App. You got Urban, you got these local places, the place down there, Town Square. You got the one place downtown too, and then you got the Sneaker Garden at Resort World. You got a couple sneaker joints in my mall now. Like it's everywhere. So, are we going to police all of this? I mean,
Well, and then of course they're not making an issue with Goat because Goat resells them,
oh,
but Goat
Goat's on point with
also,
theirs. They
I
they don't have
mean,
no problem. Flight Club has been an issue. Sometimes they say Flight Club is not the sneaker thing, but I think Flight Club kicks Nike down some percentages too. So I don't
right.
know. Like I just feel like
Where he says
it's not gonna
StockX is
go
making
nowhere.
too much money.
They
Nike
are
wants
making too much
in.
money, but then Nike mass
But
produce the
Nike can have
sneakers.
that money if they would
If they
just,
mass
yes,
produce
mass
the sneakers,
produce.
it ain't a
Get rid
hard
of bots.
solution.
Get that
Stop
money.
making these things so hard to get. And if you want to file a lawsuit, again, go after technology in those bots. I don't want to go on the sneaker app and say I have something in my cart ready to click purchase and then it's gone. Like that makes no sense. So if you want to stop something, stop that.
Absolutely.
Just stupid.
Mhm.
There's a will, there's a way. They're gonna figure that
There's
one out.
too
I'm
much.
gonna watch carefully though with that. It sounds very interesting how that's gonna unfold.
I'm just wondering if they're going to start doing like a kickback, like there's a lawsuit, and anybody that's bought through StockX gets like their 5 cents per purchase. Or I don't know, something.
Give me a free pair of
It,
Travis Scotts, make sure they're fragmented, authenticated, and I'll be fine.
right. Let me get
I'll
that.
take those. Whatever. Oh, give me the Kobe Grinches that I've been trying to get forever off of there, and they keep inflating the price. Give me some of those, something.
I mean, they're just making
Jeez.
it. They're gonna make it bigger for the fake sneaker game. All these good fakes that come from China being made in the same areas,
They
same
made it in the
same
same factory. It's a
places. Yeah.
mislabel. It's a eye on the shoe that's extra over the maximum count. It's something that makes it a defect for it. A
One
little my
extra stitch where it
Monday,
shouldn't
yeah,
be.
where it
Yeah.
shouldn't be and not to mention the factory workers probably low key is under the table selling stuff to StockX. They probably
Well,
make their own little
there's a few pairs
private
missing.
Nike thing and then
I
give
already
them some
got one
money
of my
too.
friends that was like, "Yeah, I mean, I can get you these, but they're coming from China and they're not, authentic." And I'm like, "Well, how unauthentic are they?" That's my question. Like, what do we? I don't. Yeah.
I mean, I need people to stop contradicting themselves when they walk around with the fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake everything, and you want to not have fake sneakers on your feet. Stall me out with that. The stuff's fake out there. So you either gonna rock it and it hopefully can pass the test of authenticity or it can't. I'm not gonna be checking for you like that. So bags, all that. Come on.
Just make sure like Jordan is in the right pose and he's
Yeah,
not
like make sure
like
that the
doing the
squid of his air,
split.
taking air is not too like this. More like the way it needs to be and
And
not
the
straight
paint
across.
ain't gone all over the sides
Yeah. Come on.
Oh my
We
gosh.
live with the fake. We live
So
in the fake.
if you've been watching the show over the past 10 weeks, I think now, Winning Time, the HBO show for the Lakers first season under Dr. Buss, when Magic's rookie year, has come to a season end this week. And boy,
it was a lackluster ending for me.
it was, but there was a lot. See, I think they just ended it too soon. Like there was a lot going on. Like we saw Cream out, Bird's at home mad. He's watching from his house, which looks like it's still in a trailer park. Hayward's on crack. There was the MVP issue on, Cream getting it, but apparently, the network changing their mind last minute, or maybe it was the league wanting to have the MVP in person. And so Magic got the MVP, but there was
But
just
he
a lot. I wish
dedicated to
there was more.
Kareem. I mean, they still got a good relationship.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Dr. Buss's boys, like, are they really that annoying? Are they really that immature? I just had so many questions.
I mean, Jim Buss was not interested in taking over the Lakers when he willed it to him once he passed away, and that's how
I can't
Jeannie ended up getting.
believe
She ended up
that.
firing her brother and taking over. So they were never really interested, I don't think, in that
I'm
facet.
just
The
mad
man
that
was
she
a
didn't get it to
misogynist
begin
too.
with.
Let's
That
not
she
get
just
that
didn't get,
twisted.
yeah,
So
for sure.
so you saw all of that, and that could be a
Yeah.
bad taste. I don't know if there's resentment. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to. But I know with the Three Ring Circus book, it had touched on a lot of the different things about Bus, and then even the whole relationship with Phil, and then going over to all of that with Kobe and Shaq. Like it covered all of that. So I don't know if they're gonna do another season where it fast forwards to Lakers and do a Kobe thing. I don't know. I'd like to see that. Quite honestly,
I mean,
I
why
might want to
can't they
see
just
it.
do one? Just do it. They should have multiple seasons. This could be like the new binge here. You've got multiple seasons of a series, whether it be how true to fact or how much dramatization was in it. I just think it's a good production. I love the camera, the different cameras that they
Yeah, the
use, the
cinematography was
angles,
great on it. Like it was really good.
actors.
I like
Yeah.
it. But these actors be having gigs, so I don't know. And then the writers change. You get tired of one
Well,
writing group,
players
and then
change too, so you could always be, introduce other players that are playing other roles because, of course, the
you
Lakers
could.
roster
Maybe they'll
never
do one
stood
on the
still
Bulls for
either.
the books based off
Hey,
the Bulls and Jerry
yeah,
Reisendorf and
I
stuff.
feel
Maybe
like
they'll
you
do a
should be
Bulls one.
doing that. They should
They should
definitely
do
be
that with
doing
each
like a
different franchise.
90s,
Maybe do a Celtics
yeah,
one. Maybe do a Pistons one.
Pistons
I mean,
one. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't
But
know.
it was
Gonna
cool.
be
I mean,
good.
I loved
Yeah,
it very early on at the beginning. I watched it all the way to the end.
I
It
hope
was
for a second
great.
season. Like it was good. It was really fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Uh,
yeah.
did you by chance catch the Kentucky Derby? I know you work on Saturdays usually, but I couldn't believe. I mean, granted, the Kentucky Derby. I don't know why they had this show on. I mean, they literally have the production on for like 6 hours before the actual race. Of course, the race is like 2 minutes long, but the winner was an 80-1 favorite, Rich Strike. This apparently the horse wasn't even in the race. Like the night before, or the week before, he hasn't even been in the race. They made the last
What?
minute adjustment. Yes. And this guy came, when I tell you, how you move through traffic in Vegas or in any other city, you're in traffic, you're swerving through different people because they're going slow.
Right.
This horse was swerving through other horses and made that last ditch effort and won. It was like the biggest, it was the biggest upset in like Kentucky Derby history. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
I mean, I styled some
Insane.
people that were going to the Derby, but I
Oh, you
didn't
would?
catch it. Oh yeah, we got customers
Yeah.
coming all the time needing Derby stuff. But I did see like the celebrities and the turnout down there in Florida,
Yeah.
who's who,
I
and
mean,
all
it's
that.
definitely a
Posh.
bucket list. I definitely want to go and be in
Yeah,
a Kentucky Derby
yeah.
once. It was just kind of crazy that. And another thing I didn't learn, I had made a post about it because I guess maybe never really was watching the Kentucky Derby, or maybe was sober for the Kentucky Derby when it started. But the riders, they have like 10 goggles layered on each other.
Wow.
And I'm like, why? What do you need 10 goggles for? Well, apparently,
On the
thank you Facebook
jockeys?
for. Yes. Thank you Facebook for coming to my help and my aid. Apparently when it gets muddy, as my brother said, there's no wipers on your
Oh, I
on your
see that.
goggles. So they're flipping them off throughout the
I see
races so
that.
they can't see.
I see
But then
that.
I've never seen any goggles flying while I'm watching the race. And wouldn't that also be kind of like a hazard for other
Yeah, because if you
riders
got
or
another racer
horses?
behind you, a jockey, wouldn't the
And
glasses, if
it's
you
just
toss them back, they hit somebody else in the face? I don't know.
or hit the nose, or hit the horse in the face, and the horse goes crazy. Like,
Maybe
I
they
don't
drop
know.
them down to I don't know. What if they're stepping on them? I've got questions now.
There's so many.
I
Yeah,
got
and then
so many questions
but then
now.
the race ends, and like I would say most people that we saw that they showed footage of still had like 9 or 10 of these goggles on. So it wasn't like they had dispersed, 6 or 7 of them throughout the race. They still had majority of them on. I just can't think of the pressure that is on your face.
Maybe
Like
they go back and watch Seabiscuit or something and figure this out.
I wear like one snorkel and my face hurts just from it being there. But could you imagine like 5 goggles all piled on each other?
I
I just
couldn't. And that pressure, it'd be hurting all around here. Gosh, give me more bags than I already have.
right.
More wrinkles.
And what killed me is that when the horse won, so they have the leader horses and or people on the horses that come and try to help the horses slow down and then lead them off the track. Well, the winner did not like his leader horse and was going after him to where I almost feel like PETA should have been involved because whoever was riding the leader horse, I don't know if it's a certain guy or if they have jobs, if they're trained in this, but he almost started attacking this winning horse because the winning horse trained to attack his horse. And yeah, it was very comical.
I'm just thinking, like, I'm trying to envision everything you're telling me right now. And I'm just like,
It was
what?
a lot. It was a whole lot.
It is a lot.
All right, gracious. So this weekend, not only are the Billboard Music Awards happening in Las Vegas on Sunday, but both you and I, as well as most of people we know.
I didn't even know Billboard was going to be here.
Billboard's, I think that's the reason why this is here that weekend, because that way that many people will already be here as far as actors or acts. So the Lovers and Friends, this has been put off once. It got redone.
Yeah.
COVID affected it. It was supposed to be in LA originally once too, and then I think it came here. So this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we've got the Lovers and Friends concert.
Yeah, I'm not buying this whole thing. I'm not buying.
I need you to give me your input on this.
So the thing of it is this: you've got all these names. This is 58 acts, I think, to be approximate in one day. Well, we'll say it's 2 days, but it's not a 2-day festival. Meaning,
no, they said it was going to be.
They don't split it. You split.
Well, they said it was going to be the same acts.
Right. It's not a 2-day festival.
Originally was a 1 day.
You don't go 2 days.
Right.
Like, you know how I go to a 3-day festival and it's all those acts covered in 3 days. This is one act covered on Saturday and the same bill on Sunday. Makes no sense. I guess the show is starting at 5 a.m. and going to end at 5 a.m. Because I don't understand how you could have all this billing of all these people in one freaking day. Not to mention, I've only seen a few artists check in on their Instagram that have pretty much confirmed they're coming. And a lot of them either confirmed last year and something confirmed this year. So far, I saw Usher definitely is going to do it because they put an article out about him doing it. T-Pain confirmed. Fabulous posted today that he's there. Who else? Foxy Brown posted that she's going to be there. Rest of them ain't heard nothing from. Brady and Monica, nothing. Possibly that Ja Rule and Shantae will come through. Timbaland's
I feel like they're always out here anyways.
They're here anyways. But Lil Kim, Eve, none of them said Bupkis. Haven't heard anything from Escape. Escape has their own Instagram, and so does SWV, and so does Khalees, and so does Maya, so does Brandy, so does Monica. None of them have posted anything. Too Short, that's easy. He'll be here. I don't have to worry about him because he'll show up even to a tasting, whatever, downtown.
Yeah.
Keith Sweat, they used to do his thing at Texas, so he has no problem getting here. But the Trey Songz, Neo lives here, so that might be a good check-in. Lauryn Hill is doubtful.
Like, what about Juvenile? Is Juvenile coming? Mike Jones?
Like, come on. Really?
I don't know. Joe is on there. Joe's on my top list to want to see.
But Joe hasn't confirmed on his Instagram either.
It's wild.
And if Joe doesn't do Big Rich Town while I'm there, if he does show up, then I'm gonna be tight. That's all I want to hear.
Andre, welcome to the show, Andre. He's curious.
Did Jodeci confirm? I ain't heard nothing from Jodeci either. I don't know.
Mo's doing PR for Lovers and Friends. Mo should have been doing.
I'm not doing PR. I'm doing research because this is already out the gate. A Fire Fest suspicion.
And then for you to confirm last year does not mean you're still in it right now.
Foxy Brown confirmed.
Like, I need everybody to be posting it. Hey, we're in Vegas this weekend.
Nobody has posted this upcoming week except T-Pain, and Fabulous made a post today.
A lot of people. Yeah.
Well,
they've got like 3 stages. I mean, they're really going to literally have to be back to back to back on every stage.
They're going to be 20 minutes, 2 songs
from like noon to midnight. They're going to have to basically go nonstop.
And it's going to be 20-minute sets. Or some of them
they still haven't released a schedule yet. So we don't even know.
And some of them don't even perform.
When and where.
And then they talk, and I forgot they added the Locks to it too. Locks ain't even checked in either. Locks, I went to their Instagram, they ain't checked in either. Now, Jadakiss was just here at Dre's not too long ago. So he may come. But again, you have to pay for these people's flights and accommodations. So you got 58 artists that you guys about to fund and take care of? Dude, this thing looked suspect the minute they posted it. I was like, this is unreal. This is like the dream of all 2000s, year 2006
thing ever. Yeah.
Of music festival you'd ever could imagine. And you mean to tell me you're cramming this in one day? First of all, it's insulting to even do that. Y'all could have made that 3 days and I would have been okay. Because then you got day to day
and for the price, it should have been 3 days.
Darn near. Darn near. So, I mean, look, we'll show up and go and see what it does. I
Have
mean, it is
fun.
what it is. I'm
Make
not.
sure you're following us because we're gonna make sure we broadcast a little bit, but it's gonna be hot. Like it's been cool in Vegas. It got hot last week and it cooled down. It's about to be back up to the triple digits this
Yeah,
weekend.
97.
And
97 on Saturday. It dropped.
a
So
lot of open
I'll take that
space.
97.
Not
I
a
don't know
ton of
how open it'll be. I don't know
shade.
how many people will be here. I see tickets getting dumped all over the place. Like I said, I don't know. This thing is suspect from the very beginning. I mean, we know for
We'll see.
sure Lauren Hill's not going to show up. We know that for a fact.
She's gonna show up on Sunday when it's about to
That's
be
not
over.
even going to be a question. She doesn't even show up when she has her own show here, let alone come to a festival. That she ain't even checked in. So I'm not even counting that. If anything, Usher is probably going to be good. But then I heard Usher tickets during the week are $80 for his show at Caesars.
Really?
Like, I'm almost going to be like, what am I paying for here? The only good news to this whole billing is I saw Tito's is one of the sponsors.
Okay.
That's going to make me settle my soul this weekend.
And Andre said he's going Sunday. Well, here's my thing about the Sunday people. They also have to compete with Billboard. So if any of these people plan on any of these acts are going to be at the Billboard Awards, you may not see them on Sunday. Or they got to rework
if they didn't get their
schedule.
money from the promoters or Live Nation, they not.
Ooh.
Snoop will be there. Because Snoop is one of the people that puts this on. He's one of the investors, I think, in it. So they already announced he's going to be here for some kind of private party event. And that's probably Billboard related more than anything.
Maybe it's just easier for us to get into VIP now. Just, no one's coming, so everybody leaves early.
Yo, listen, I don't know. Like I said,
Andre and Dylan, we're all gonna sue if this ain't
listen. If I walk in that thing right then and there and see it being some BS, I'm gonna go right to front gate services and be like, I want my money back. Because I know whose balcony I can go sit on and chill and be okay.
And watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into a little bit of sports. So, Jugadores Locos.
The crazies.
Here's the deal, guys. Everybody that left Seattle and went on to go do other things has had their time and issues. The one Legion of Boom member, Cam Chancellor, who didn't leave Seattle and stayed and finished his career there, no issues. Cam, you don't hear nothing about him. But you had Richard Sherman. You got Earl Thomas now. We've had the ongoing stuff with his wife, who's now apparently soon to be ex-wife. They filed for divorce back in 2020. Well, he had a warrant for his arrest on Friday in Austin, Texas, because he's been sending threatening messages to his ex, Nina, or soon to be ex, regarding her and the children. He was court ordered to not have any contact unless it's regarding the kids, and it was through an app. Like a co-parenting app, probably through the court system. He refused to download the app. And then as of April 18th and 19th, he sent her messages stating stuff like, I've got 2 handguns. I'm going to kick your ass. He also said the next day, I hope you're in the car with him and the kids. And I hope you're in the car with him and the kids and y'all drive off the road. Followed by, and I'm going to let my mom and my cousin poison.
Oh, he was really in his feelings, wasn't he? He's really big mad, huh?
Like, you gonna poison your own kids?
He's
what?
He's big mad.
Listen.
He was big mad, huh? He's that bitter. Well, did they arrest him?
He never turned himself in. As from what I could read up on, he hadn't been arrested yet. So I'm not sure what the issue is. They seem to have these, we've been dealing with the Earl Thomas stuff since it was the threesomes with his brother next in the room and all these other things with his wife and his wife getting arrested for attempted battery on him. So
they're a mess.
The CTE is real in this man, either that or he's got a lot more going on. But what's interesting is that just as of a few weeks ago, he said he wanted to return to the league. Yeah.
It's a mess.
I'm going to guess.
I don't even know what to say. That's a freaking mess.
Happen.
That's a mess. Yes. I mean, that's crazy. That is
What's
so
up, Kente? Yes, Earl has a lot of issues. CTE.
Yeah, we know. That's clearly apparent. You wishing all of that on there. Something's afoot. Jeez.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And I know there were a couple other.
How old is the guy?
32. He's 32.
Yeah, he's a grown man. He should know better. And you're a dad. And you're acting a donkey.
And you're doing
right
it via message. Here's the deal. not that I'm giving you ideas, but if you're gonna threaten, I wouldn't do it via text where it could then it's saved. Like now people can take screenshots, people can show it. Like make a threat that disappears. That it's not gonna be used as evidence against you. But I guess when you're that already, crazy, you're not really thinking.
I don't know. You're a grown man and your dad. Like, what are you doing out here in these streets? I need you to grow up.
And what are your kids thinking if they're knowing that you're like basically wanting to poison? They're gonna have their grandma or their cousins poison you.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. Yeah. He definitely on Scarface time 10. I don't know. That's just crazy.
I don't know.
It's nuts.
I don't know. So the next Jugadores Loco.
He needs to check himself in and lay on somebody's couch ASAP.
Right. Thanks for sending this one, Mo, because I don't catch a lot of the UFC action, but this was from the Fury FC 61, which took place on Sunday. Joel Bauman, I believe it is. So he won his fight, and this was his post-fight interview.
To launch this NFT that's going to change the fight game. And I put in 30 all-nighters before that fight. I had herpes before that fight, 2 outbreaks in the span of a week. I'm here. I'm healthy. Let's go. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Say what?
Yeeks. Yeepers creepers.
You had what? Not once, but twice?
Yeeks.
I'm going to guess he's not going to get much action on his Tinder or Bumble app anytime soon.
Jeepers. I mean, thanks for sharing, but it was not needed. You know what I mean? He just went off on a full rant.
Oversharing.
I mean, the transparency is there. At least you're keeping it honest. That means to me, like big eyes for real. That means for me that you're not celebrating with anybody tonight on your whatever.
Or hoping they didn't. Hoping they
you're not
didn't.
Getting a sympathy, nothing.
That.
You stay right on over there. 6 feet, sir. 6 feet. And we supposed to be social distancing anyway? 6 feet, sir.
And he still got it. Herpes is forever.
It is forever. He just had a flare up, not once but twice. That's how stressed he was about this match. He was going through so much stuff that his outbreak not hit him once, twice.
Yeah.
He didn't say genital. He didn't. Maybe it's that. He didn't say which area. He said herpes, but we just have to assume.
God, it's too much,
dude. Why would you? Oh my God.
Talk about
6 feet, sir.
Talk about just throwing up at the mouth. Like you really couldn't
garlic
hold
and holy
yourself.
Water for you, sir.
Couldn't even
need some garlic and holy water for you. Stay away.
A lot of everything.
Stay away.
A lot of everything.
6 feet, sir. 6 feet social distancing. Mask up.
Oh my gosh. What's up, B Sal?
What's up?
Sal finest. Yes, in the house.
Sal, big Sal.
Yeah, TMI for sure. Yeah, it's a lot. I can't.
6 feet, sir. I'm telling you right now.
We're gonna have to make sure. We're gonna have to tell like Cassandra and Brian if you're ever at a UFC event and Mr. Joel.
Masked up, bro. Like he's spitting fire. Like
you know what I mean? But I couldn't. I'm gonna play the clip one more time just for a quick second so we can see how close the guy. What is it? The what do you call him?
You spin that fire, that the sportscaster. Go ahead, play it.
How did this guy keep a straight face?
I would have been like, that's going to change the fight game. And I put in 30 all-nighters before that fight. I had herpes before that fight, 2 outbreaks in the span of a week. I'm here. I'm healthy. Let's go. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I think he was shocked. I would have been shocked too.
I mean, if I would have heard that, at least my eyes would have kind of bulged. I probably would have been like, "Ooh, okay, like you really gonna bring that up right now?"
I think he went on such a rant. The guy was chewing his gum even faster, just out of nervousness. Because I probably would have been chewing my gum hecka fast, like, or did he just say what I think he said? I gotta hold the mic. I can't, Jeez, 6 feet, sir. The social distancing is real,
I'm gonna need you to take 12 feet. 12 feet.
How about just be in the next room and we do a Zoom cam talk? How about that?
Let's go back to pandemic days of interviews. Huh?
Listen, he needed to. Yo, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yo. So glad I didn't bet my mom tonight on this game. Glad I'm still in $10 with her.
You really said not one but two. Thanks for defining it as well too. Like you couldn't just be like, yeah, I had herpes. You had herpes not once but twice. Okay.
Oh, he went on a whole thing.
And
He
still got it.
was on a diatribe. He went off. He literally was saying his struggles to this guy. The guy started chewing his gum super duper fast. The ladies that are probably in his little entourage probably be like, yeah, I gotta go. My Uber's here. I'll see you when I see you.
And block.
I
delete.
gots to go.
This is when ghosting will take place. Yeah, you're done now, sir.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
this is a
We're
no
not
call,
gonna
no
have
show.
these
And a super
conversations.
block on the phone. Super block. We'll wait till this whole thing clears up. Give me about 30, 60 days, 90 days.
Listen.
You
All right.
really on something right now.
So the Las Vegas, we're moving on to Las Vegas sports, y'all. So here in Las Vegas, Las Vegas, which you brought up to my attention, I must have missed this somehow.
Yeah.
Las Vegas is no
on Twitter.
longer hosting the 2025 National College Football Championship in 2025. So it's now going to be in Atlanta.
Mhm.
My only hope and thought is that maybe it's not happening because they're going to give us another, maybe Super Bowl. Well, Super Bowl's coming here when? Next year?
Yeah, 2023.
Dang.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of other reasons
so this is
why.
the reason why they did this. Okay. I'm just going to break this down to you. This is why they did this. They did this because, first of all, the city could not come up with an agreement with CES. CES may coincide with that. CES brings in more attendance, revenue, hotels, all of that may be booked. Can I do that having a tournament of LSU and USC? And nobody that can come can have accommodations because you have CES here, which garnishes 200,000 people coming to the city for it. So they weren't sure when CES was going to do their thing. And it was a lot of push and pull. Like, we can't give you a date. You guys have a date, but CES hasn't given us a date. And if CES coincides with that, we've got to pick one. They chose CES.
I mean, can't they just,
Plus, we're not a college town.
Can't both be flexible? I don't know.
No, not if you got 200,000 visitors.
It's still 3 years away. I don't.
You've got accommodations like no other. I don't know, but that was the reason they gave. This is not really a college city. It probably would have been a good draw. It's good for college basketball when it comes to the gaming, but to see LSU and USC play, I think that would have been a good look. However, that CES schedule, they don't know when they're supposed to be touching down, so they just kind of like that was the push pull from what I read.
Got you.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 2024.
24. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, 2 more years.
Not next year.
Okay.
2 more years. And that's good. We'll take that.
Heck yeah. And the draft's coming back. The draft was epic and it's coming back again.
Good.
Period.
Because it was great.
Yeah.
And I got to meet my dreamboats. Well,
yes,
dreamboat.
you did. Yes, you did. So the Aces have started off their season. They're 2-1. They had a disappointing loss last night to the Mystics. However, what I was talking about in a couple of like WNBA groups is that this was their first game where they faced a real center. Brianna Griner's gone for the Mercury. Right. Seattle also is missing their center as well. Right. Mercedes Russell. So they went up against the Mystics, who obviously have Deladon.
Right.
And she basically took over the second half.
I'm sure she did. And this is a new position of Asia Wilson being at the top.
Yeah.
And having to defend Elena Deladon like that. So it's going to be
so they were doing, and they did great those first 2 games, beating the Mercury, beating the Storm.
No Brittany Griner. I mean, they look great, but no Brittany Griner. But the Seattle was definitely a more competition
definitely
type
here.
game.
The home opener was
great.
The
home opener was fire.
Turnout. Yes.
No BG, but they look great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dismissing that. It's just the fact there was no BG for me to really give a good assessment. They have
more work and they need more time together, I think.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
But the Aces look great too. They look great.
Yeah,
One thing is that now they've got to figure out we're still waiting for Kia Stokes to come back from overseas.
Right.
Which would definitely help in the center position. But they clearly obviously need to work on some other ways of dealing with the centers when it comes to a situation like this.
Yeah.
It's going to get tough
against a few of them.
But they look great. Listen, Chelsea Gray.
1,000 right now. She's 1,000 field goals for the career. 1,000.
And when people tell me that they don't watch women's basketball because it's not very exciting, I posted this on our. Listen, Chelsea Gray is like the WNBA's version.
It was very exciting on Sunday.
She did unbelievable. That. Yes,
it was a breakout.
No look pass here.
Watch do what she does. It was real good.
Here's Gray. Whips it to Wilson, who steps around. That was a beautiful find.
That's why they call her the point guard.
Gray behind the back to Wilson, That jumper falls. Gray.
Like,
Yeah. She's epic.
no look behind the back. And she had a couple of them, I feel like I saw two in the game yesterday. But anyways, so the Aces
They all got game. They're doing really good. Becky is actually
the
what we
rookies are
needed.
looking good.
That's what we
KB is
asked
looking
for.
good. That Aisha Shepherd also is looking good. I mean, they just got a good team this year. And I feel
They
like
got a
obviously
coach,
with the
Melissa.
coach,
They got
I
a
know.
coach. I mean, this
I
is
know.
what we're talking about. They got a coach, and this is what we've been asking for I don't know how long. And now we're seeing what good coaching looks like, and believing in your players looks like, and how they have the ability to play up. Plum Sauce, let me give it up to number 10. I have to shout out number 10 for the simple fact that she is playing like she never had any type of surgery going on whatsoever. Did not stop as far as her energy went, had handles on the ball, putting the girls on skates, making great crucial plays and shots. The girl never stopped. She's such a scrappy little player, and I love her. Like, she's one of my faves.
I love her too.
She is so one of my faves.
I also give it up?
She is so one of my. I just love her.
Listen, because we had our WNBA draft for our fantasy team league last week.
Yeah, how's it going?
I picked up Jackie Young,
Okay.
who is balling. Because of course your points are going off of your points. 3-pointers count for 2, rebounds, assists all count for points.
Yeah.
I think she had like 38 and like 28 the first 2 games. I didn't check what the stat was last week, but she is insane and is basically helping me win this first week. Mainly
good. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Dre.
Okay.
We'll get to the fantasy because I want to also shout out people that joined in because I appreciate them joining our very first inaugural women's fantasy football league, but it's intense. And with COVID, because COVID's still around,
yes,
Brianna Stewart didn't play today because of that, as well as I think Epiphany Prince.
Wow. And who they should have never gotten rid of. Let me tell you something. That was a big mistake on the Aces. That girl was balling over there on Seattle's end. She always hooped, though. She was always clutch when she was with us. I hated to see her go, but it's all good. It is what it is.
Well, this is also after Natasha Cloud put the WNBA on blast again for commercial flights because these girls are flying commercials still because that's just part of what the WNBA is now because they don't have the revenue for it. But they're catching COVID and now getting put on COVID protocols because they're flying on commercial flights where there's no mask policy.
Right.
There's no masks in airports and flights anymore. Right. So how can you protect yourself anymore? And now they have to miss games.
Jeez. Well, she masked up.
I didn't. That wasn't part of the article. It'd be interesting to know if she was.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, you can't go on there willy nilly either. Then, if you're gonna be
correct, but you can still get it, even if
you
can.
You can. So. You can,
and especially if you're being put on a plane with a bunch of other people heading to Vegas.
You gotta wipe
that plane was coming to Vegas, and them planes to Vegas, they ain't worried about nothing. They're just worried about landing and starting to drink.
You gotta wipe them down yourself. Get them Clorox wipes out. Get the wipes out, wipe the tray, wipe all of that stuff because they're not cleaning none of that probably anymore.
Right.
Yeah, wipe the armrest.
The Aces play in Atlanta. They play the Dream on Friday at 4:30. They return back home for their second game at home on Tuesday, the 17th, 7:00. So definitely going to be there at the house for that one. The Lights are coming back home on this Saturday as well. They'll be facing off the Oakland. They're still 6th in the Western Conference. I feel like this is the longest in a season this far. They've been in the top, 10. I feel like the Western Conference for the USL is like 15, 14, 16 league teams in that league. So they're still doing pretty well. It's also Papa John's family 4-pack. So if you pay $44, you get 4 tickets and 2 large pizzas to enjoy the game. Our Henderson Silver Knights took a step out of the Vegas Golden Knights page and lost. That was their first playoff. They were trying to make it to the Calder Cup, but they lost. So they're out.
That's too bad.
But we still have arena football. I hadn't even realized it started yet.
No, it did, because shout out to my guys Zach and Miriam and their stepson Casey, who's playing on the team here. Shout out to him because they had their first game a few weeks about. And Casey and those are playing, so good look. I'm trying to get them to come on show.
They're 3-5 right now.
That's good.
They're playing in San Diego this Saturday. They're not back home until the 21st. But I guess she's cutting out again. So another thing with the Vegas Nighthawks is that the IFL, their league, announced a 3-year deal to have the championship here held at the Henderson Dollar Loan Center. So from this year into 2024, they'll be in Henderson. And that game will be August 13th this year. Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show.
Where'd you go? I didn't go anywhere. Where'd you go?
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I didn't go anywhere. No, I'm kidding. I did go somewhere. Just messing with you.
Yeah, arena football. I mean, we've
It
had
is.
it here. When I first moved to Vegas, there was arena football, and a couple different teams, I think, even went through this town.
Yeah, weren't you like the Outlaws or something like that?
The Outlaws, and I feel like it was another one.
They
Maybe
had
that
the
was the hockey
lingerie
team.
arena football too. The girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I won't even get started on that one.
I had a homegirl that played on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we can watch the games on the C-Dub hosted by Brian or Jesse.
Yeah, plug in.
Oh,
Brian
okay.
and Jesse got a show? They got another
They
show?
they're hosting the games. It looks
Okay,
like, for those
great.
home games. That's
Yes,
amazing.
check out the C-Dub, you guys.
We will
Support our
have to check that
locals.
out, or
Yes,
hopefully be there in person. But God, I really hate driving to Henderson. Like it's not like Vegas is huge or it takes 2 hours to get there. It's just
Hendertucky. I get it.
Hendertucky.
Yeah.
No, fancy 5,000 seat stadium is going to make me want to be like, yeah, I need to go to Henderson right there in the middle of everything. No. Anyway,
Build it up
it'll be a good
Henderson,
time. It'll be a good time.
Kentucky's
Of course
trying to
they
be
do.
Henderson, but that's good
Of
on the
course.
show. I'm excited for them on that. That's dope.
Mhm.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for them with their games. NBA playoffs are going crazy right now.
They sure are. It's halftime right now.
What's the halftime for the Warriors?
Well, the Warriors are down. And it's just like my mom predicted that they weren't going to do anything tonight. So that's where we were. I was going to shout out the score, but there's no score up because now I got to go. Now you got me going to the ESPN app looking. 50-77 is the score with the Grizzlies up. The Bucks
because
game was crazy.
What's crazy? Wait, are they in?
They're in Memphis. They're in Memphis.
Oh,
There's still no John Morant. John Morant's actually having that with his knee.
Well, here's the
Actually,
deal:
it's bruised.
the bruise on his knee. But the Grizzlies hung in tough in game 4, and if it wasn't for like Draymond making that last second block, I mean, they were battling with the Warriors.
I mean, they played 25
like
games without Ja with that same injury he had. That was worse. This is a reoccurring injury that it's come back. So they played a good 25 games and still held the number 2 spot in the Western Conference without him. So they can definitely do it. The problem is they're just not championship kind of type experienced team, but they will get there, and poor Golden State Warriors. They're a shell of themselves. This is all they have. Steve Kerr is out with COVID. They've got Mike Brown, who is halfway in, halfway out. He took a position with Sacramento Kings.
With the Kings,
he's about to be the new head coach over there. So they're just kind of having to go with whatever.
They just want to get one more in. They want one more in. I mean, I feel like getting it back to Golden State, getting it back in San Francisco is just gonna be the nail in the coffin.
I don't know. I hope so, but I mean, shoot, they're not gonna be beating no Phoenix. So this is where we're going.
We have a new MVP. Well, not a new. We have a repeated MVP for the NBA. So Luke, of course, Jokic is not playing in the playoffs, but he is in his home country, and this is how they announced his MVP and brought it to him. He literally has this big stable out there, and he's riding it on like this horse and carriage.
Yeah, he's in Serbia. Yeah.
While he's like weeping and like crying as well. So
didn't they do that to him last time? Like he went back home and they presented to him. He was back at home doing some stuff.
Did it again because they're not this far in the playoffs ever. So
right. Well, they'll get Jamal Murray back.
That was hilarious.
They'll get Jamal Murray back. So.
But there was some talks that your Lakers possibly looking to interview the Warriors assistant coach. So the Warriors could be missing most of their coaching roster if it keeps going like this. But
I mean,
any other news
from your
end?
Even if he gets the job, they've interviewed Mark Jackson, who said he didn't want it at one point, but he interviewed anyway because you got to stay in the political realm of being noticed, just in case your number does get called. And then they interviewed another person recently too. From Portland, assistant coach. So they're going through the interview process. We don't know who it's going to be. The way they did Vogel, there's like a code among coaches. That was very wrong to do and how they did it. So a lot of coaches are kind of like, nah, I don't
Trying to
think
stay away
so.
from it.
They're trying to stay away from it. And it's a mess. It's dysfunctional. GD Bus is now showing some accountability. Like, I made big mistakes and investing in the wrong people, trusting the wrong people on advice. Da-da-da-da-da. You should have known better, sis. We knew. I knew. How did nobody else knew? And I was the one calling this at the very beginning that this was a mess. Like, I don't understand.
Right.
And I'm nobody. So who were you guys listening to? So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
know.
know. I know that it's getting serious. You know, we're into like game 6 for the Heat, 76ers, Suns, and
Yeah, that's
Mavs. Those
getting
all
good
are
too.
3-2. The away teams both got bamboozled in game 5. Just terrible losses for them, but it's wrapping up. It's wrapping up.
The Bulls and
And
the Bucks and the Celtics game, man, that's just gonna
that
go
today,
either way. No Chris Middleton too in these guys, and I had kind of pretty much written the Bucks off after Tuesday night, or
after all that.
thinking, or I'm sorry, Monday night, thinking that it was over for them, because I was like, they have no Chris Middleton. Giannis is playing
Right.
40 minutes. He's gassed out. He's on the court, can't even get up. Marcus Smart tried to help him up, still laying there. I mean, the guy's energy is just running low. But he played another 40 minutes tonight, and it turned. So,
Speaking of energy, and maybe those that aren't in the playoffs are feeling some sort of way, but I couldn't believe I had not caught this before. But the Kyrie Irving basically discussing his trolls while he's playing Grand Theft Auto.
I love that game.
It's about so long y'all can say the same jokes. Oh, Kyrie, what are you doing at home? That's how y'all sound to me. Oh, what are you doing at home? Are you going to Cancun? Where are you? Are you at home? Oh, Kyrie, you suck. Alright. What, babe?
What you're up to. Tell me everything.
What are you doing? Oh my god. Go back to Cleveland. Oh my god. Boston hates.
Boston. Go back to Boston.
Why he's so in his feelings though? Like what?
Because he's playing a game on live with kids and Tito's, probably tying him, figuring it out that they know his screen name and know it's Kyrie, and they're either typing to him or saying stuff to him while he's playing his game. But he had a big session.
People got burner accounts on Twitter. You don't got a burner account for your Game of Thrones, so no one knows who you are.
They're playing a game. It's a de-stress kind of thing. You just decided to make conversation. Maybe somebody jabbed you the wrong way on the game, and you just went off on the thing. But it's funny how you tried to mock the voices. It sounded so goofy, but it was funny at the same time.
It sounded hilarious.
And Kente says, coaching wise for the Golden State assistant, listen, it's going to take the strength of Job for us to have a solid coach for the Lakers, because you have to manage all those personalities, including LeBron James and anything else that goes with it. I don't know what kind of coach it's going to take for that, but it's going to be a very, very hard job. It's not going to be easy. This is not going to be a cakewalk that they're walking into. I will say that.
Coach LeBron can't do that. So
yeah, it's too tough. I don't know. Get rid of all of them. This is the way I feel right now. Throw the whole team away. We need young people. Look at what Boston's doing right now. Look what they've got going on as a dynasty franchise. I don't want to go on this ramp over and over again, but it makes no sense that you have two independent dynasties with 17 championships, maybe one with an asterisk calling my Lakers, that are not in a playoff contention. It makes no sense that the Lakers are not in this position right now, or in any play-in or anything like that. When you got 17 banners over there, you changed the name of the doggone stadium and invested all this money, and these tickets are.
It was right when it changed to crypto that all things went downhill.
It went downhill before the crypt. It went downhill before the crypt. We have no kind of leadership. We have no kind of personnel. We have nothing over there. It's a mess. I don't know what it's going to take, but I'm very curious to see how this pans out. But they're a mess.
Someone's got to figure that out.
It's dysfunctional. It could be its own telenovela over there. I don't even want to talk about it because they're not even in the league, right? They're not even in the series right now.
Yeah. Baseball is going strong. Your Dodgers back in first place, of course.
It's a silver lining to everything, but they're thinking about getting rid of Dave Price, which I don't know what that's going to do, because that's kind of tough. We need pitching, and he is one of our aces as he's playing right now. So the rumor talk is Dave Price might be getting traded.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check out your link that you shared, Brian.
Yeah,
Wow, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'll go on
Um,
Twitter. Okay, I see it.
but my Mariners have sucked. Although our rookie,
But you won the
Julio,
series with your mom on
well,
Mother's
we won the
Day.
game. We
I mean,
won
you
the
won the
Mother's
game, but
Day
not the series. I'm
game.
sorry.
We
So the 3
literally
days.
lost 2. We've won 2 out of the last 12 of our games, and I think today might have been 2 out of 13.
Okay.
But on Mother's Day it was very special. The sun had come out. It was a beautiful day. Safeco's probably, or Safeco's probably one, or I guess it's T-Mobile now. I always want to call it Safeco. T-Mobile's probably one of the greatest, I think, baseball parks out there, and of course I'm biased. But went into extra innings. There was a walk-in. We ended up with 2-1 with Thai
Nice.
France. I think here. I'll show you the little video.
Yeah, yeah. That's cute. Looks like your mom had a great time at the game.
She had a great time. We had a wonderful time. We went up. We got there early. We got free clear purses for Mother's Day that were from Mariners. We got a free hat
cute.
there. We went to like the 3rd floor bar they have, which is a beautiful. It's like one of the best places I think you can sit and watch a game. If you get a cheap ticket, you can always go to this bar on the 3rd story, and it's beautiful. It has the best views, the best view of the game. And then we went down to other seats. I was showing Mom how I like to find seats to sit in. Yeah. So we had a great time.
That's great.
She had a great time too, of course. So she had a great Mother's Day. So
very good.
Happy belated birthday to all, or happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, mother figures and stuff. But great weekend for that.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Then they have been losing since. So I think they won yesterday though.
Yeah. But, it's early. This baseball season is early. Just because the Dodgers are just on top. It could flip. Yeah. We got a roster though, so I don't know. You never know. It's baseball.
You really
this
do.
Stuff, it's always a surprise when we get into.
We just be leaving too many people on base. That's our problem.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm really saddened that the Giants haven't been really winning as well as I was hoping. I thought I'd get more action of seeing Gabe on TV, but they're not doing that so much. So I've got to look for another Dodgers Giants game.
Right. Shout out to the women that have made the Sports Illustrated cover. Okay, this was pretty incredible. The swimsuit issue will be showing off 5 of the ladies from the WNBA. I think Tia Cooper still isn't signed though. She had been waived by LA, but Sue Bird, Brianna Stewart, Nneka, Tia Cooper, and Dee Dee Richards. So all 5 of them, they all had their own individual shots in the magazine as well.
And they look amazing.
Fire. Very
fire.
And of course,
should be any incentive for any guy to come to a WNBA, seeing that.
Listen.
Beautiful women like that.
They look good.
And they are on the court.
I mean, you're not going to see them like that.
But
these women not only are beautiful, but they're talented too.
Yeah, just to get them in the seat to say, maybe you could shoot your shot to them. I don't know.
Maybe. There's also, of course, the fits for, the first week on. Yeah. I really enjoyed that one from Isabella Harrison, because of course the Jordans, it was like a patent leather dress. It was beautiful. Aisha Shepard, or I'm sorry, no, that wasn't her. We got Natasha Howard there in the G, and then Kia Nurse, and then Sue Bird, of course. And I got the Aces lineup here with 2 of our rookies. They're definitely dressing. So Aisha Shepard, that sweater she's wearing, it's like a patchwork. I've actually seen these posts on Instagram, and there's a local vintage resale shop, and one of the store, they sell these patchworks. Those old Afghan style blankets. This guy makes them into like jackets, shorts, sweaters.
That's cool.
This one was like an homage to like Kobe Bryant. Of course, you've got Dearica.
Yeah.
Sporting her Louis V basketball bag, and the Jordans. And then Kirsten Bell, KB. And of course, our girl Kelsey Plum.
Kirsten Bell is rocking a blinged out Cartier. I don't know which model it is, but it is sick because in the next frame, I've seen it very close up and personal.
With the hand tap.
I was trying to figure out what timepiece that was she was rocking. It is a Cartier. What is going on? She is super swaggy with that.
She is super. I love
She's the only
her.
one I see
I'm
with a
so
top
happy.
timepiece like that, and she's just like on it.
She's legit.
She's probably going to be the flyest one dressed for this team.
I think so.
I think she's already had a breakout with it, like for real, because that timepiece
Can't wait for
alone
more.
spoke to itself. I was like,
wait for more.
Go ahead, Heat. Man, you need sunglasses. That's why I should have sunglasses on for the glare. I mean, it had a lot of diamonds on that watch. It was nice.
Andre, I thought we had a contract. We're supposed to be doing Pride Night with you, so now you owe us, I guess. So
don't have the capacity to promote tickets.
And sell tickets. Why you're too busy? Since when? Too busy out eating dinners?
That's going to have to be a separate conversation. Enjoy your Sunday show, sir, with one artist.
Right. Which you're 1.5
we'll enjoy ours with 3. You enjoy yours.
We'll make sure to save the videos of our concerts for you so that you can replay them on Sunday.
You enjoy your one show, sir, and we'll enjoy our 3 artist show.
All right, let's get into some sneaker drops.
If we can get them.
We're not sure.
If we can get them.
Just don't go to StockX.
Please tell me you put the Balenciagas in there. Please tell me you did those.
I don't have them in here. You didn't send a picture.
It's the trashy ones. I sent it to our fashion group. The ones that look really run over and they're thousands of dollars.
Oh no, I saw those, but I don't know. Well, anyway, so we've got these. We're not sure when they're coming out, but the girl skate like a girl and with
the Dunk Low, the Nike collab.
Doing
Skate
a collab
Like a Girl
with
is its own brand, and so they're
cute.
doing a collab.
I love
with the
these
Nikes.
tongues,
and I like the tongue, and I like the insoles. The insoles have that custom little drawings on them, and the insoles that you could take out. Super cool. Love the colorway. Love the knit on the tongue like a sock. You see that? That detail is pretty dope. That's different.
It's really nice.
And like I said, dunks are hot right now. I mean, dunks.
Listen, I couldn't get my court championships. I couldn't get the new.
That's okay. Guess what? They got them in the Air Max
Pandas.
90s. Nordstrom sells them in Air Max 90s. I might cop them that way.
The court purple?
Oh, not the court purple. What was the ones that just came out? Those dunks with the different colorways all over the shoe.
Oh yeah, I saw those.
Yeah, they have those in an Air Max 90 version.
The court purple.
Yeah.
The Air Max 90s. These are the of May. These are giving me cougar vibes, so I can't accept these into my life.
Are they crimson and gray? Or are they?
I don't know, but they're red and gray. They're
UNLV.
called the Gym Red. So yeah,
UNLV.
This will be a UNLV show. Yeah. We also got the Stussy Nike Air Force. I didn't even know I knew Stussy was around.
Stussy's
I guess I
big.
know they were.
Stussy's big. You gotta understand, we're marketing these. We're marketing these sneakers now to Tito's. These are the ones that are really wearing these days.
But these were big when I was in high school.
Yeah,
so it's like
Maui and Sons, Stussy, all the skate brands. We got the rock skate kids now, so that's a big culture. So within that culture, that Stussy brand is still doing. Yeah. So they'll rock that with the Air Force Ones. Anybody that can get their hands on a pair of Air Force
and
Ones,
look at them soles. Like it's so much. It's so
they're Raider colors too. Not bad.
Yeah. We got these are kids, the Air Jordan 6 retros. So these are for youth kids. I know.
Are we in grade school? That's not fair.
Wash denim Dutch blue, May 14th.
They always do that. Why do you got to do it in grade school?
I mean,
and then the adults with the small feet can get them, but my big foot, I can't get them. School colorways.
I know.
They just hate on the old people, don't they?
The Yeezy Slides, the Glow isn't terrible. So they have 3 that are coming out. Glow, which is this color. There's like a nude, which they call pure, and an onyx, which
I literally want to see somebody run in those.
Right. Or just
I feel like when I see people walking out and about with them and something goes down, are you kicking them off or are you running in them? I need to see how that works.
I mean, that's all slides, though. I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. But with the sole of that having a little track.
And are they going to wear socks in these like they do in other
wearing
slides?
Socks in these. What are you talking about? Come on. Of course they're going to wear socks with these. Have you seen Kanye's latest video?
No.
So Kanye's latest video is pictures of him as a child, but he's morphed it where his mouth is moving, rapping the lyrics. But he's also wearing the Gap and Yeezy collab that is about to release to Gap. So in every little picture, even if he's like 7 or 9 or whatever rapping, he's in these big puffy jackets. You see the black boots, you get in school pictures and all of that. That's
Still
what the
the
video
boots
is.
that he's probably
You
never
gotta
taken
you gotta
off.
check it out. It's crazy.
I can't. It's too much.
Yeah.
You've got the Nike Air Force One highs.
I love the
07.
colors on this.
I love them too. But look at that. Look, I'll be 6'1" just in sneakers wearing these.
That's okay. You'll be a model.
They come out on 5/17, which is next Tuesday. I just hate shoes with Velcro. Like, I really can't stand Velcro on shoes.
I can take one Velcro. It was the multi-strapped Velcro ones I had issues with. And we know somebody that had purchased those. And I was like, what was the issue with that? I was like, dude, I could go on a whole thesis about why the Velcros are so problematic.
I love the colors, and I love
the colors in the sole.
There's like
it's
a
not
glaze
even like a gum
on
sole.
it too.
It looks like it's
really
it
nice.
looks like it's a translucent sole. It doesn't look like it's got a core in it whatsoever. No, those are fire. They're definitely different. I like them.
Okay, and I believe yes. So I don't know. What is it? Clot?
Float?
CLOT? Is that? I don't know. Is that a brand that I'm not knowing? Miss Fashionista.
Which one?
CLOT Clot. It says Clot times the Air Jordan 5 lows. It's a collaboration with Clot or CLOT. Clout? I don't know. CLOT. So.
Oh, CLOT, Clot. I thought it said CLOUT. Sorry. Clot?
Yeah.
Clot? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
So anyways, these are the low 5s. They come out on the 20th.
Got a Christmas colorway to them.
There's like green inside, I think green tongue to it as well. Too. The AJ4 military black. Yeah.
Those are fire. But the thing of it is 4s are so uncomfortable for me. Like, I can't even wear those fire red 4s I broke into those, and Life is Beautiful killed me. Yeah,
well, I wouldn't wear them to a festival either.
Man, you can't.
You can't. You need to have a good, comfy shoe.
I mean, they just got to be broken into or something. I just don't wear the sneakers enough to break them in.
Be comfy. Period.
So
Travis Scott has a line coming out.
Yes, he does.
He's got the 2 Air Maxes there on the left, and then also the 2 Air Trainers on the right. All 4 come out on the 27th.
Right on time for him to come back on tour. No, he is. Like, he's literally announced that he's going back performing. So,
okay,
very interesting.
All right.
Now, what's StockX gonna hit those for? I wonder. What's Nike gonna do about it? I wonder.
Well, these are the ones I'm more curious about.
Do about it. Oh, those are fire. They're the Gucci. Well, they haven't even announced those yet. The Gucci Adidas collab. They have not announced the date on that.
These are coming out June 7th.
Oh, June 7th is the
date?
The
Adidas and Gucci collection on June 7th. Nice. There was actually like a woman's dress heel, it looked like, or a dress loafer that had the 3 stripes on it. That was just so terrible. I couldn't. No, I can't.
Yeah, I'm not understanding the slide. Oh, I see the slide is a monogram with the G's all embossed.
I like that bottom left one though. I like the blue, the teal, like jelly
and the
green, the pink.
And I like the pink and green up in the middle.
Yeah. So.
And I like the one next to it. Okay.
They're not bad. I mean, those aren't.
No, they're not bad.
I want to see what the price point is for
like
those.
that.
I'm curious to see the price point.
Excuse me. I wasn't even saying it like that. It was just all these designers coming with these collabs with these athletic shoes. I mean, it's just so much, and it's just a lot. It's a lot to unpack, and it's a lot to try to get your hands on. It's a lot for the resale game. It's a lot for.
Yeah,
it's just never ends.
Said, do y'all wear the Vapor Maxes? I haven't worn Vapor Max. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
Vapor Max.
I have
top
a pair
left eye fire, Maurice, because they had that Gucci embossed in them, the logo. Yeah, you're gonna want those.
That's what you want.
Yeah, Vapor Maxes are cool. I mean, all the sneakers are really cool. I mean, the On Cloud.
I'm an Air Max Jordan person. That's really.
I like Air Max J's, Dunks, Raf Simmons, Common Projects.
I love Converse, of course.
Golden Goose. I wear them all. Converse. I don't have a problem. I like sneakers. If the sneakers fly, it works with my collab and outfit.
Make me comfy. Like, I just want to be comfy, period.
Yeah. Well, we're in the older area. I mean, I should get you some On Clouds or the Hokas. Those are the #1 sneakers selling on the market right now.
Litzy loves her On Clouds, and she keeps telling me I need to go buy a pair. So I'm coming.
I've been trying to preach everybody to the On Clouds. On Clouds are the #1 selling shoes.
I gotta come and try some on.
You do. We cannot keep them in stock. We cannot keep the Hokas in stock. We cannot keep On Clouds in stock. Those are the #1 sneakers selling right now for our age and upper. The middle-aged people.
I'm coming.
because
Listen, I
they're
need those. I need
so
those for the
comfortable.
festival. Shoot.
Listen, why you lying?
Listen,
Yo.
you got them at 8.5, 9 right now. Like, let me know when you go to work.
I will definitely check and style board you whatever you want.
Yeah.
I tried to style board you some Seattle stuff, but it's sold out.
Oh, you did?
They had no sizes in the Seattle
Because our
Seahawks fanatics
fans
gear.
is with it.
Nothing.
With it.
Nothing.
All right, before we leave you guys, we wanted to give you girl power. So
Yes.
this is old news, but new news, because what nobody realizes that Diamond DeShields, who was a 2019 All-Star,
yeah.
she shortly after, nobody knew this happened in the last couple years, except for those that are really close to her.
Wow.
She, in January 2020, she had the grape-sized tumor was found on her spinal cord after an MRI. She had to have surgery at University of Chicago. She knew there'd be obviously there could be issues that transpire because it's a tumor that was on her spine and that there was nerves that wrapped around this. Surgery went well, but she was having tremors and had involuntary spasms throughout her body. And it wasn't clear if she'd even be able to regain, her full feeling or be able to control her body. She had to learn to walk, run, and slowly return back to her athletic status. In October 20th, so that was in January. So this is 2020. So this is the beginning of the pandemic. She opted to, even though she still couldn't run or run in a straight line, she opted to enter the WNBA bubble, continue her rehab. She was playing ball in the bubble, and played for 13 of their games until she had re-injured herself in a different place. However, cut to 2021. She leads her team to a WNBA title with the Chicago Sky. So none of us knew what was happening, and this is what she was going through, having to relearn to walk, to run, to defend, to play basketball, like
to have all her motor skills that paid her professionally. To have all of that come back.
Man, listen,
it's incredible.
It's just
56-100. What is going on? Are Golden State just saying, you know what? We're just gonna go to
56?
the Bay. 56-100. So Golden State is pretty much saying we're just gonna take this back to Chase Center. And
we've already planned something. We've already spent like $100,000 on the balloons, confetti, music.
We want this to be their best game ever. Get their stats padded up high and freaking we'll take it back to the city.
E40 wants to be present. We need to have our home squad there.
Take it back to the city. You know what I mean? Gosh.
And also, of course, shout out to All Pro Digital.
Yes.
We're excited to be working with them and to keep an eye out for more things to come with our collaboration with All Pro Digital. So we're excited for that. And hey, that's it. We're going to head out of here. We've had quite the show. We appreciate all of those who have tuned in. If you're just catching the end of the show, feel free to watch the replay. It'll be on our YouTube. Feel free to subscribe there and share it. And we'll catch you back.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We had a great audience out there joining the chat.
Yes,
Andre,
yes.
Cassandra, we are going to shout you out real quick. You are amazing, girl power. You covered the fights. You look great in your red dress. We'd love to have you back on. So please get with us and let us know when you can be our guest.
I know Cassandra. I just want to see Cassandra. I need a picture of Cassandra's closet that just shows the red. I mean, she's
red dresses. I feel like she has a closet just designated for red dresses. I just think I feel like she has a red room and it's all red dresses.
Mista is on it. I love it. I love it.
We want you back.
Yes. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.